So you found your good chair at the right height that has no arms, and you have your either left leg elevated on a footstool, or you have your guitar support. So the next thing we want to talk about is the neck and the body of the guitar and how it's going to be angled around you to make it work well. So first, with the guitar neck, you don't want it too high and you don't want it too low of an angle too far away, because that's going to make it really hard to reach if it's all the way out here. So a good rule of thumb and an easy way to remember and kind of figure out where you want it is you look at the tuning pegs of the guitar, the gears to the ears. So if your gears are to your ears, chances are you're good, you're at a good angle, and it's going to make it easy for you to play. So now let's talk about the body of the guitar, since you got the neck going. The body of the guitar, you want the top little part of the guitar leaning against the lower part of your chest. So, and it has an angle too. You also don't want, if you think about the sound hole, see how it's facing you right now? That's what you want, but it's slightly angled because the top part is leaning against my chest. You don't want to have this situation going on where, you know, your guitar sound hole is kind of like facing up to the sky or sliding down your leg. You also don't want it this way too much because it's going to be hard to play as well. So what I like to do is kind of straighten it out so it's even, and then you just kind of lean it back ever so slightly against you. So the top part, this little spot here, is leaning against me, but the rest of the body, there's space in between. So if I turn sideways, hopefully you can see, yeah, the top part is against me, but you see how you can see the little backdrop right here where my hand is? You can see how there's space between. So the full body of the guitar, the back right here, this is not against me, but the top half is leaning against me. And that's how you want, whether you're using some type of support to bring your guitar up high, or if you're using a footstool, that's what you want. You gotta leave a little bit so that it can help the sound resonate and it's at a good angle against you. Another thing about where the guitar is touching, so it's going to touch up here on the top of your chest. If you're using a footstool, this part of the guitar is going to touch the top of your left thigh. In my situation, my support is touching the top of my left thigh. And then down here, this part of the guitar, I don't know if you can see, but it is touching the inner part of my right thigh. The end of the guitar, this part right here, is touching the inner part of my right thigh. So you want to think about the little top part of the guitar against your chest, either a support or the actual guitar touching your top of your left thigh, and the bottom, well, not the bottom, but like the end of the guitar slash kind of on the back is touching the inner part of your right thigh. So you got these different points connection. You can read a little more about this in the Pumping Nylon book by Scott Tennant. This is a great book if you've never used it, but in the very beginning he talks about the points of contact with the guitar, and there's a little chart and you can kind of see, you think about that triangle that happens behind the guitar, like I showed you, how there's like a little triangle here of space. That's what you want when you're sitting with the guitar. Also, when you sit with the guitar, you want to sit forward near the edge of your chair. So again, I'm on a stool, but I'm on the forward part of the stool. I'm not sitting in the middle of the stool. If you're sitting on a chair, you want to be on the edge of the chair. You don't want to have your back against, if the chair has a back, you don't want to be on the back against the chair. You want to be closer to the edge, and you're leaning a little forward, not back on the chair.